Hi everyone! I haven't posted in this channel for about 2 years now, and a lot has changed ever since then. I graduated from college, I got a corporate job, and then one of the most pivotal experiences of my life, which obviously no one would expect or no one would ever want, is I got diagnosed with cancer. So just to give a brief recap of everything. If you don't follow me on TikTok, this is basically what happened. So last June, I was diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia. So it's a type of blood cancer. How I found out I had cancer was the most, I would say it's a blessing in disguise. One night in June, I had this fever that would never go down. This is like the third day that I am sick. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Like, what the am I on? I've been taking my meds. I don't know. I really don't know. It ain't COVID. I don't have any other symptoms besides like fever. I did the swab test. It was negative. So I don't know. What the is this, like stress? Tiredness? Panic attack? Anxiety? Oh my god. Bad juju. It was unusual. It wasn't like the fevers that I used to have back then. So it would never go down. It persisted for about 4 days, and I was asked to take a CBC test. When I took the test, I forwarded the results to my mom, and she forwarded it to our family doctor, basically. To take note why I had to forward the results is because I'm based in Manila. My family is based in Cebu. I'm just there for work. So she called me, panicking. You need to go to the ER because your results don't look good. So internally, I was also panicking. So when we got to the ER, I showed them my results from the clinic that I got my results from, and they were also skeptical. The way they looked at it, they were like, huh? Is this even real? So I knew something was off from the get-go because the nurses and the doctors kept asking me a lot of questions. Some questions that are very unconventional, like, does your work require you to be exposed to chemicals? And I told them no, my work is a sit-down desk job and I'm just in the computer most of the time. So no, I'm not exposed to chemicals. They would ask the same questions all over again to the point that I felt like something was sketchy. Ran some tests again, and I would never forget that that was like one of the most traumatizing experiences of my life. I was stuck in the ER for about 6 hours, and they were poking me everywhere, which is, I don't blame them because my veins are really small. So they were just poking me everywhere, and I got a lot of bruises that day. Like my hand was so sore, my arm was so sore as well. The next day, they told me I had cancer. I had acute myeloid leukemia. I made the collective decision with my family that I was gonna get treatment here in Singapore. So we flew to Singapore, and then from there we just proceeded with the treatment. It's day 2 of chemo. It's been 6 days since I found out I had cancer. It's been a very fast journey, but we'll make it. We'll fight. So this is still the second day of chemotherapy here in Singapore. My skin is also looking quite bad, but we'll fight. Everything just went on straight. No pause. No break. Everything just went. It's my new hair, new look in my outfit, which is just pajamas. And I've been here for about almost 6 months now. I haven't been home. The purpose of this video is basically to show you a week of my life here in Singapore, because my journey here probably, hopefully, is almost finished. I'll be going back home next month because I don't want to be here anymore.
So good thing is after you're done with me, you can go home.
Yes. Can't wait to have the line taken off.
You can't wait, I know.
Because people also tend to stare more at it if it's exposed.
Okay,
Thank
hold
you,
on.
Jackie.
So I'm back from the clinic, and let me explain what's going on in the previous clips. So every week, twice in a week, I have to go to the clinic because one, I have to have my blood taken just to see the progress of my body. Second is they change my dressing, which is for my PICC line. And lastly, doctor's consultation. So I bring up any concerns, any pains that I'm feeling throughout the week. So I bring it up there. And also, if I have medicines that need to be replenished, then I also mention it during those consultations. It's really needed for me post-transplant because I did undergo a stem cell transplant. My donor was my little brother, which is super rare to have a sibling as a donor because it's not every day that you find a 100% match in your sibling. It's harder than it sounds. But I was really surprised and really blessed that my donor was just my brother. So we didn't have to look for a donor, and the process was super simple for him. Basically like blood donation, wherein you're donating blood, but for this one, they come in for about 2 days. At least that's what my brother did. And then they sit in this machine for about 7 hours. So they're like needles, or what they call it. There's another term for it. But they stick needles here and they draw out blood for 7 hours non-stop. He was able to go home the next day after the procedure. So I'm really grateful for that. I mean, nothing but gratitude all the way from here, because he was also willing to do it just to save my life. And that's something that I'm really grateful for no matter what. So today, we're off to Changi Airport, not because we're gonna fly out, but because I want to visit the Sanrio festival that's being held there. So today, I think would be a perfect day to go because we also have some errands to run at Changi. So come with us. I'm just getting ready for the day. Anti-pigment Eucerin cream, just because I've been having a lot of hyperpigmentation lately because of the chemotherapy and because of post-transplant. That's like one of the side effects. My skin has a lot of discoloration, so just to avoid that, it's getting better than it was when I first got discharged from the hospital, but I'm just putting on some cream. Next is sunblock. Then I'm gonna put on some deodorant. I've been using the Salt and Stone deodorant. Not gonna show you on camera because my armpits. Then I put this serum on my eyebrows and lashes. That's it. I am in Jewel. Yeah, it's a Coke thing. The Jewel. Lamo, if I didn't go out, I wouldn't know there's more, but there's more. Got my pictures. First photo booth, bald. Oh my god. Fuck. I'm like so close. So close. I'm currently at the Jewel. I gave up in the carnival. I spent like $60, which is crazy, but for the experience. As you can see, don't mind my neck, but such a nice view, like just to sit and chill while waiting. Haven't drank coffee in like a while. I'm gonna regret this. Either I can't sleep tonight or I'm gonna vomit it out. I still love coffee. I just don't know if I can tolerate it the same way I did pre-cancer. Thursday is clinic day, so we're here today. I'm just waiting for my name to be called for the blood taking session. And then from there, just probably get some coffee. We'll go back home because I have an important meeting to attend to. So I'm back home. I just need to be attending a call right now. Yup, and they created a GC. This is my first time taking a call. So let's see how this will work. Haven't ended work in a while.
Aiyanna.
Hi.
Thanks, Yana.
Thank you. Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you. Thank you. See you soon. Books.
A few moments later.
I really don't know what to feel after all of that, but could have been worse. Like, I wouldn't say that's the worst because I've been through worse. A lot more worse this year, but it just keeps getting worse. Anyways, I don't think I should dwell on that too much. I have like priorities, which is really getting back on track, recovering, because no one really talks about how much mental and emotional trauma cancer brings. I've had a lot of anxiety and depressive episodes for the past few weeks. It's really just me trying to manage that that out. I talk to people when I need to talk to people. There are days that I don't want to talk to people and I just want to isolate myself. I think that's part of it. I don't know what's aggravating it. There were so many attempts that I wanted to give up because it was just painful. It's an undescribable feeling when you're going through chemotherapy, most especially intensive chemotherapy, and that really fucks up your brain. It fucks up everything. It fucks up the way you perceive things, but it's really just about managing it and going through it. But it's gonna take time. Like, I have to be patient with myself. I didn't want this to happen. I keep telling myself it's not my fault, but sometimes I just can't help it. I question why I got sick. Because right now, if I wasn't sick, I would be basically in the office, at work, on my desk, probably drinking a cup of coffee, attending back-to-back meetings, which is better than not being alive at all. As this journey is still ongoing and everything like that, I do really recognize that I'm so fortunate in so many ways that I get to receive treatment. I have a great support system. I have a family that would never leave me. I have friends who are there to entertain me 24/7. Whenever I need to talk to or rant to someone, whenever I feel down, there's always someone who's there to answer the phone call. Going through this requires a lot of commitment because after getting chemotherapy, it's not the end of it. You have to take maintenance. You have to have blood taken every single week just to see if there are improvements. Hey guys, I'm going to be showing you my pills for the day. Not really for the day, just for breakfast. I have 2 pills right over here. This is paracetamol. Yep, I have 2 big ones. I have my liver medicine because after the transplant, there's a possibility my liver could go into failure and we're trying to prevent that. And then I also have my antibacterials, which are those 2 big pills, and then my antifungal medicine. So I'm gonna stomach all of this. Yay. It's not an easy process. I'm still learning how to navigate all of this and accept my reality now. But I'm not saying also that I don't have days where I'm super down, because most of the time now, being in quote-unquote somewhat isolation, it gets lonely. But I have people rallying up for me. I have my family, I have my friends. I'm still so blessed in many ways, because if I didn't find out that I was sick, then that would have been a problem or an issue later on. I was taken care by my nurses and doctors really well while I was in the hospital. Like, one of my nurses even gave me this as a gift. Oh, super cute. It's a lamb. So it's a souvenir when Pope Francis visited Singapore. So she got me this. I did thank her. And it was really helpful because she really told me, like, oh, remember that this will be your guardian angel throughout this whole process. And I'm super thankful for her. Ate Karina, if eventually you'll watch this, thank you so much. She really treated me like I was her own daughter during those times, because I was in a difficult position. I was crying, my head hurt, I didn't get enough sleep because I kept vomiting every single hour. My head was just so painful to the point that I wanted to vomit, but I couldn't, and to the point that I couldn't even vomit anything anymore because my stomach, or I wasn't eating at all, so bile would just come out. So imagine how painful that is. So I was very lucky enough to have like nurses who really took good care of me and who didn't leave me during that process.